So this paying smallest balance may work for you. In other cases, paying the highest interest. So again, we're just sharing information because some people just don't know. I am sure there are some people say, hey, I am drowning in debt. What are my options, right? What can I do? So I'm talking to those who need it, right? So again, we are not financial advisors, we are financial professionals, and everything that we say, do your due diligence, research it, sit down with someone, right? Even if it's us, you need to call us, we'll sit down with you, because no one client is the same. I may sit with a client, right, and we need to work on a debt management plan. We may say, okay, pay the smallest first or pay the highest interest first. So be prioritizing your high interest or whatever works for you. Small balances or high interest. So you have to sit down and see what's working for you.
Nous cachons avec n'importe monde, comme le dit, pour nous apprendre, nous essayons de bagailler. Parce que si toutefois que nous pas fait ça, nous avons un petit problème à la fin. Ça nous ne dit pas là. Si par exemple, vous êtes avec un professionnel, vous avez le même problème, mais expense, moi, qu'on y a pas le fait, il pas le prendre, non. Ça l'a fait pour la combien qu'on doit, combien qu'on doit toucher, ok, et qui soit prêté. Et puis avec là, qu'on y a là, il va faire un budget pour, en créole, il va faire un budget pour capable sortir dans la dette là. Et nous avons toute possibilité, si toutefois en dette, nous avons d'autres. Je ne sais pas si nous te dit ça.
Oui, moi je dis ça.
Okay.
So nous capables de also.
You are speaking English, I didn't know.
Stop it. Stop. So, yeah. So si vous gagnez une dette, si à la fin du mois, ou gagnez plus, à la fin d'année, ou gagnez plus mois qu'on gagne comme, so gagnez trop de dette, so vous supposez mettre un plan en place pour capable sortir dans dette. Pas vrai? So, ou gen bagay ko ka fait pour contribuer li mieux que ou chercher un professionnel pour aider et qui ka fait plus rapidement, right? So create a detailed debt inventory. Again, you have to know what you have, what you are in. A lot of times we think by not addressing the issues they're going to go away. They're not. So they need to be addressed. So you need to take an inventory of your debt, right? And then if you try to do it by yourself, inventory, paying smallest debt or paying highest interest, it's not working. Sometimes you may have to consolidate again. Do your research and find someone trustworthy that can help you, right? It is debatable, consolidation or repayment plan. So again, what is best for your situation, right? So some red flags if you're doing consolidation. So if you have a lot of debt and you want to buy a house within 2 or 3 years, so it may affect, because it's going to affect your credit rating. You may not be able to qualify for that loan. If you need a new car, you may not qualify for it, even with prime lending, right, or subprime. So you may not be able to get anything. So you need to be really, when going to debt consolidation, you really need to see, okay, this is the last resort. Try to pay your debt, right? Work with your creditors. A lot of times people have a high interest rate and they don't think that they can, manage. Call. You can always call them. What's the worst they're gonna say? No. Say, hey, I have this high interest rate. What is the best interest rate? And always let them know that you are shopping around, because they do not want to lose your business. So call, hey, I have 24% with you. Can you reduce it to 20? Can you reduce it to 18? Right? So work with your creditors. Don't let it go to collections, because it's gonna get worse, right? Or don't default on it. So it's really going to affect you. So tell them about debt consolidation.
I thought you were going to do it in film.
Oh, well.
Well, ok, ça qui passe entre nous-mêmes, nous-mêmes qui pas anglophone, là nous venons ici, nous avons intention, travail et puis nous oublions toute bagaille. Et puis nous refuser pour conseil en même temps. Si toutefois pas connaît, le par exemple mon dit ou ignorant non bagaille, c'est pas que mon le dit surtout non ou ignorer bagaille là. Le pas connaît les cas work against you. Ça veut dire que les cas aller contre vous-même. C'est sans ça que nous venons là, nous avons des informations, nous ensuite on prend plume avec papier ou écrit. Et puis ça pas empêche tout pour les noms pour dire nous que listen, est-ce que il y a tel problème est-ce qu'on peut aider nous? Parce que le plus souvent, le par exemple, n'a pas nos informations, surtout dans la communauté pas noire, ça it's a fraud. C'est pas vrai, c'est menti, c'est pas vrai. Si par exemple nous entrons, nous prenons enseignement avec open mind, comme l'Américain dit, nous pouvons comprendre plus facile que le par exemple nous peut être avec un esprit négatif.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So, mettons en place pour prendre information dans le monde. Parce que, en pile fois, on ne connaît pas qui sont pas connaît. So, c'est là où elle chita avec le monde. Bah, pour qu'à ouais, sous une situation côté que, ouais, effondré, wap noyé en bas de dette. So, again, ouais, l'heure pour chita avec le monde qui a monté option ou capable consolider dette ou pour capable réduire charge et pour capable ouais un petit genre clair quand il s'agit de finances. Okay, so again we talked on negotiating. Again, a lot of people don't think that they can just call the creditor. Let's reduce it. Ask him. If you have any late fees, a lot of times you call them, they always say one time, but every time you call, there's always a one time. So that late fee, that hit, call them, work with them, right? And I even learned that even if they reported it and you do get, the points reduction, your credit score, sometimes depends on who the creditor is. You can even ask them, if you bring the account up to current, they may remove that negative mark. So always be in constant communication with your creditors and talk to them. Don't neglect them. Don't just avoid when they call. We hate debt collectors, right? But sometimes it is in your best interest to answer and work with them, right? And of course, while you are in that debt management plan, avoid taking new ones, right? So you may want to freeze that card until you pay it down. Don't cut it, don't close it, right? You put it aside because you may need it. Because if you've already built a history, like if you have a credit card, you build a history, you need that history. So if you pay it off, don't close it, right? Just pay the annual fee because you will need, if you close that account, you're gonna lose that history and your credit score is greatly affected by your history, right? So don't get new debts while you are managing what you have. Do not get new debt at all costs. If it's at all possible, don't. So in order to get out of it, because you're in a situation, you need to get out of it. So you cannot be getting new debt while you're trying to get out of your current situation.
Ça nous voulons faire connaître. Nous prenons une firme de collecteur. Mon contact passe en pile là nous, là nous recevons papier, nous prenons, nous plions, nous voyons la garbage. Wrong thing to do. Always answer them. Toujours répondre que listen, moi, si pas de moyen pour payer, pas ignorer long papier vient la caille. Dis-tu comme ça qu'on doit temps, relais.
Yes, so relais travaille avec mon yo.
Sinon relais vient là nous-mêmes,
oui, ou n'a pédé. Non, si pas qu'à parler, si pas qu'on quitte terme pour utiliser parce que yon mot gen doit dire mon nan, gen doit faire mon nan et entrer en faveur avec ou. So, parce que langage, toute field, toute industrie gen langage pa yo. C'est pas industrie ou gen rakon langage. So, relais un professionnel kouè nou et puis na pédé ou nan sens ça. Okay? hey, you need to create a budget, a realistic one. And last week we did talk on budget, is analyzing your expenses, your income. A lot of us, we, I think we are scared or really see our current situation. But if you don't know where you are currently at, it's going to be really hard for you to get out of it. Be realistic with yourself, right? So, because the first step into healing is acknowledging that you have a problem. If you have a financial problem, be true to yourself. Create a budget, right? One thing that is advisable, when you are doing this budget, we love to eat out. Some of us don't know how to cook. You know how to cook, Ricardo?
No, listen, listen.
Oh, that's why you're married. That's why you're married,
no,
right?
It's just that my wife is responsible, doesn't want me to come to the kitchen.
Oh, Lord.
And
So
I'm
you
not,
got that?
and I am a spoiled guy from my grandmother.
Oh, wow.
You know the young boy from Haiti?
Yeah.
Spoiled by the grandmother, and then I'm one of them. My wife will not eat my cooking, and it will die too because I don't know how to cook, but I know how to clean.
Oh, cool.
I know
Okay,
how to
that's a good
dishes.
trade-off. That's a good trade-off. Yeah,
I know how to
don't mind.
iron.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
so-
yeah, I don't like to iron, so that's a good trade-off.
Oh,
Okay.
then you and my wife, you
I don't like to iron.
you Libra?
No, I'm Aquarius.
Okay, but my
Oh,
wife
really?
doesn't like to iron. No.
Oh, I don't know. Now, okay, so now Libras don't like to iron.
No.
I'm an Aquarius. I don't like to iron. I love to cook, right? So I cook. Yeah, so you can come and wash the dishes and clean anytime. Yeah, that's a good trade-off.
I can do that. But
So some of us, we don't cook, whether we don't know how to cook or we just don't like cooking. When looking at budgets, the expenses, eating out, cost a lot of money. Cost a lot of money. Hey, if you don't know how to cook, if you have to eat out, have a budget, realistic budget, right? If it's 200, or if you can, if you used to eat 5 times out, maybe 3 times, right? We know in Florida we have Publix. I love Publix. They have so many options. You can get you a bag of salad, some tuna. When you need to get out of that situation, you have to cut down, right? And sometimes you have to cut down to the canned soups, right? So avoid eating out. And some of us, if you go in my pantry, I'm embarrassed to say, some people, when they come into my house, they think I have 10 people living in my house because my pantry is always full. That is not necessarily a good thing. So when you are doing a debt management plan, right? So you need to eat what you have first before you go. And any good financial advisor, financial planner will tell you that. Hey, what do you have in your house? Eat what you have in your house first. Listen, I have a deep freezer, and I have a farmer friend who kills goat and pig. So he had a killing, and he brought me some meat. Guess what? I have meat in my freezer probably over a year ago.
Andrea Buckhamjack will kill you.
No.
I'm gonna tell her what
Don't
to
tell
do.
her. No. So we are in this challenge that we're not eating meat. I didn't say I was eating meat. I just say I have a freezer that have meat. So a lot of times we keep buying, but eat what you have in your house first. Have a budget for your food. We're not saying, don't eat out at all, right? Budget it. Everything, budget it. Your gas, budget it, right? If you need to get your hair did, if you need to get your nail did, just budget everything, right? And if the money's not there, if you have to skip a month from not doing your hair or your nails, it is what it is. So we cannot keep doing the same thing and expect different results. Again, that's insanity.
Well said. Well, as she said, budget yourself, budgeting yourself, parce que ça fait ça, si toutefois pas fait ça, ou tout roule en roule, ou tout pas jamais qu'à sortir en dette. Tout ça, l'idée là, c'est vérité. Si toutefois qu'on pas qu'à afford pour aller dans un restaurant pour aller dépenser, Il pas du pas dans le restaurant, il pas du pas supposé dans le restaurant, non. Mais il dit comme ça que si toutefois qu'on pas qu'à afford li, ou pas aller. Mais si toutefois qu'à afford un restaurant, et ou qu'à aller. Mais nous-mêmes, en tant qu'advisor, nous toujours dit comme ça que nous avons de minimum, ça qu'on qu'à faire. Mais ça pour faire, pour pas dépenser comme vous, si toutefois qu'on a envie d'acheter ton cahier, ou envie d'acheter une machine, ou envie de mettre un bagage sur petit, ou envie de faire un budget pour un autre bagage qui est plus grandiose que le restaurant. Mais si toutefois capable d'affronter,
Hey,
n'a pas trop à fouet.
yeah. So gen surplus, si ou pas drowning, so ou fait un budget, si ou même manger, but si ou nan dette, ou besoin sortir nan dette, ou obligé à altérer behavior. Ouais. So te kon dans le restaurant 4 fois par semaine, obligé réduire. Apprendre à faire manger, YouTube, go to YouTube University, learn how to cook, right? Go to YouTube University, learn how to cook. It is so much cheaper to cook yourself, and it's healthier too. You know, you control your salt, you control your seasoning, you know what you're eating, you know, when you are cooking, right? So that's all about management too. You are managing your finance, but you're also able to manage your health, because when you cook, you know where it came from to some extent, right? And you know what you're eating, right? So the next item that we want to look at, again, emergency funds, right? So as you are getting out of debt, by managing your debt, by going into that, you know, repayment plan, have emergency fund, that you're not reaching for that credit card, that you're not going for that payday loan that they charge you 300% interest. So again, is know what you have, know where you want to go, you know, set a date. You know, it may take you a year, depends how much debt you have. It may take you 2, it may take you 3 years, right? And when looking at different debt management plan or debt consolidation program, on an average, they say it takes 3 to 4 years, right, to get out of that situation. So while you're doing that, try to put a little bit of money aside, which we'll talk about, into savings, because we don't know how to do that, right? So emergency fund, you need to have that so that you're not reaching for that credit card.
Yep. Well said.
Because most of the debts that we have, credit card debts, right? And I want to encourage you guys, anybody who has Netflix, there is on Netflix, there is a series called Explained, and go into money, right? Go into credit card, because I do not want to say who created credit card and for whom it was created. You'll be surprised to see how it was created, right? So I give you a hint. Credit card was created for those of us who do not know how to save, right? So they give you a way out, but at the same time, putting their foot, right, on your neck when you can't pay it, right? And unfortunately, those who are in the lower income brackets are the ones with the highest debts, because we don't know how to manage, we don't know how to save. So therefore, we have to reach out to the credit cards and become prisoners of those lenders, right? When you are a borrower, you become the slave to your lender, and debt has enslaved us in so many ways.
True.
So you go into Netflix, find a series called Explained, and go down on money. It will give you a slew of information, probably give you more than you really need. So I encourage our viewers to do that. So tell your...
Ok, pour préciser, au fin côté moi, on dit que j'ai besoin de $20. Je dis ok, j'ai besoin de $20. Mais chaque semaine, on donne $5. Après 4 semaines, combien qu'on paye? $40 parce que ça fait ça, vous prêtez $20 même chose votre money avec intérêt qui $5 chaque semaine. So, faut que nous fassions très attention, par exemple, pour nous expliquer nos bagages, pour nous comprendre ça, mon avis. Yo pas dit ou pas qu'à faire dette, nous capable de crédit card, mais gain moun qui acheter encore sur crédit card là, yo quand même fin payer même et puis acheter encore. Cela veut dire qu'on dette intérêt elle est fini qu'on va payer. Parce que chaque qu'on achète pour mettre sous son gain pouvoir, c'est plus dette pour mettre tête.
Yep, absolutely. So, America built on debt, but what type of debt? You know, do you want to contribute to the debt America already has? So that's another story. So, again, seek help. You know, if you try to do it on your own and you can't, there are for-profit and not-for-profit agencies that offer debt counseling. Again, when you're working with someone, maybe you can ask for referrals, right? Do your research, you know, go into Better Business Bureau, what kind of rating, you know, what other people are saying about those agencies that are helping. Again, there are agencies that are not for profit, and you know, when they are not for profit, their rates are much lower. Actually, their rates is dictated by your state laws, state regulation, whereas if they are for profit, they're going to charge you whatever they desire. So do your due diligence if you do need to seek help in consolidating your debt, because sometimes that's what you may need to do, because debt consolidation or debt management repayment plan may help reducing, you know, your overall payments on a monthly basis. Of course, there's a cost, whether it affects your credit, right? You cannot buy that new house, you know, or that new car, even if you need a new car. So seek help. And of course, when you do reach, you know, you're going to set milestones with whoever you're working with. Yes, celebrate, right? Pat yourself on the back. You know, if you had set to pay down $10,000 in a year, if you pay $10,000 within a year, that's an achievement. Celebrate that. So, and you deserve that, because I am sure you made a lot of sacrifices, right, to pay that debt, to achieve that goal. So you deserve it. Pat yourself on the back. Go out, have an ice cream cone, okay? Don't go too deep into that, you know, by celebrating, but do something that makes you feel good, because you actually achieved something and you deserve that ice cream cone.
On fait une révision sur last week, ça nous t'a parlé. Nous disons ça que money pas everything, but you need money to do a lot of things. Next to oxygen is money.
Yes.
Therefore, in order for you to have money, what you have to do, you have to work and save, not to spend everything that you have.
Yes. So we move right into saving. So most of us, the way we see saving, right? We work, we pay the bills, and whatever else is left, then, you know, we put that and say that's saving. But no, those who study millionaires, or those who study the top 5%ers, right? Because, you know, those are the ones that are wealthy, that are established financially. Guess what? They live by one rule. They pay themselves first. Did you know that? They pay themselves first. But us, right? We work, you know, we don't even have the option. Those of us, you know, W-2s, you don't even have the option to say how much taxes you pay. You know, to some of you may control it based on your dependent, but overall, you cannot tell Uncle Sam that, you know, not to take his portion. I've yet to meet that uncle. I don't know if I'll ever meet him. So Uncle Sam's gonna take its portion, right? So pay yourself first, whether it's $10, $20. Consistency is key. But most people, just like you owe, we're not going into religion or biblical, but for those of us who do believe in tithing, right, it is 10%. We give back to God 10%. guess what? You need to pay yourself 10%. And we know that is one of the key of building, right, wealth. So manage your debt, but don't pay everybody first and then whatever is left, if anything is left, right? So you need to save, because you're working, you need to have a vacation plan, you need to have an emergency plan, you need to buy that house. So saving, right, and again, it's going to work hand in hand with your debt management. You need to pay yourself first. If you cannot pay yourself 10%, if it's $50, if it's $100, so whatever it is, just do it regardless of what is going on.
La charité bien ordonnée commence par soi.
Par soi-même, oui.
Dit que par exemple, tout le monde qui est là, il a payé peut-être first, après au pays, ça peut payer. Dans ce sens où même, c'est toutefois que vous avez l'argent pour ne pas payer peut-être first, pour qu'on ait ça pour voir, tout a passé dans the drain, tout a tombé dans la garbage.
Yep. So, vous devez payer tattoo avant, so c'est ça fait qu'on obligé faire un budget ou supposé gérer dette tout. Parce que si vous avez un paquet de dettes, pas vrai, si ça va faire en plus, si ça va rentrer en plus que ça cap et les moins que ça cap sortir, ou a un problème, c'est ça que fait ou doit chita OK. On fait $4,000 par mois. Moi j'ai dépensé 5,000, so gain gomba qui pas marcher. Pas vrai, so on peut considérer un part-time job. Et une barre que me connais en pile monde fait et Uber ou bien Lyft en pile monde et c'est dépend koto yo ka fait bon petit comme so souvent paquet de dette fait un bagay, right? So I was just saying that to my Creole speaking, if your expenses are more than your income, then you need to look at other avenues of bringing money in. Short term, you may do Lyft. I know a lot of people do Lyft and Uber. I have a friend in Fort Lauderdale. He tells me like he be making $1,000 just doing few hours at night. He's an accountant, right? He has a bill with Macy's. He says he wants to pay his Macy's bill. Just a few hours. I said, I know people in Orlando are now making that kind of money. So depends on your location. But even if you go out and do $200, $300 a week, that can go towards your bill, right? Towards your debt. Get a part-time job. Get a side business, right? I'm always looking for people who are looking to improve, right? And who wants to learn about the financial industry. I'm always hiring, right? I'm always looking for business partners. So reach out to me on Facebook, right? I am Daniella Noel on Facebook. I am Daniella Noel on Instagram. So reach out if you want to learn more how to tap into the financial literacy space, because we are always looking. Because actually, we have a vision to help over 200 million families. We don't have enough professionals to help, so we are looking. If you love to work with people, if you are looking a way to help your community understand finances, understand money, reach out to us. So we are always looking to partner with others who are looking to empower our community. And by default, you're gonna be making money, okay? So to go towards your debt. So side hustle, a business, Uber, Lyft can help you pay down your debt. Even get your part-time job. So a lot of times we don't wanna do it, but you have to get out of your comfort zone. I know we love going home and watch TV, but instead of going home, watch TV, find something to do that's bringing in some income and pay down your debt.
Entrepreneur, c'est ça America built on. So, vous devez travailler 9 to 5, faire un petit bagage sur côté, ou qu'à rentrer l'argent. Si vous ne pas faire ça, vous devez toujours live on pay to paycheck. on a weekly basis. That's it.
Yeah. I mentioned it last week. 85% of people living in America are one paycheck from being bankrupt, from being homeless. Reason being, look at inflation. Our paychecks are not keeping up with inflation. So we have to find other ways, right, to increase our income, whether it's changing jobs. I know my Haitian people, once they are stuck in a job, you don't dare tell them that they need to switch. Even if you tell them, hey, by switching jobs, that you can increase your income by 20-30%. What is it with our people? They get comfortable. Is it comfortable, or they don't like changes?
You know what happened? It's just like we adapt ourselves forever to one thing. We don't do another thing. The same thing that when you're talking to them about business, they tell you, hey, listen, hey, I'm not interested. Et puis, chambre l'autre, on peut dire, ah, monsieur t'a parlé avec moi, il te dit, mettez le bagage, mon cher, qui sont comprendre lui-même? Ça, il sorti là nous-mêmes, ça, c'est vraiment, il y a un problème ça.
Yeah. So, my Caribbean, maybe it's all Caribbean, I don't know. My Caribbean people, they don't like to switch jobs.
No.
And statistics shows when you switch job every 3 to 5 years, your income increase because you're bringing expertise to a different company. And let's be real, there is no loyalty anymore. There's no job security.
You said loyalty?
Yeah, there is no.
I said, I was working in a nursing home for 26 years. Okay? If no person bought the nursing home, they were about to fire everybody that were over there for 15 to 20 years. So you talk about loyalty?
Yeah, there is no loyalty.
When they want to fire you, they don't care about if your kids are going to college, if you got a mortgage, if you got anything. Listen, that's why if you can get 12 t-shirts, you sell it on the side. While you're working a job 9 to 5, that 12 t-shirt that you sell, that money is yours. Nobody else.
Et travail yo pas kon problème. C'est bottom line yo connaît. So, si par exemple, ou chita ou rete là 5 ans, 10 ans, 15 ans dans le même travail là, ou perdre un pile cop, ou gan pile cop qui va rentrer dans le parce que l'heure ou quitter travail ou aller dans l'autre, ou toujours gagner un increase dans paycheck ou so. Gardez pour eux. Allez essayer faire une interview avec l'autre côté pour eux. Parce que moi, je en pile moun yo te mérite no job because of pension.
They don't have that.
So a lot of people, used to stay in a job 10, 15, 20 years because of pension. Yeah, but pension is something of old. Most companies, I would say probably 95% of companies out there don't give pension, don't give retirement plan, right? We have what is called contribution, which we will come into that when we talk about retirement. But please, I encourage you assess your current job and look what the market is paying, because a lot of us, we're comfortable. We don't like change, but change is good. So have a change of scenery, a change of pace in your job, because the market dictates what you should get paid. But if you've been in the job for 15, 20 years, guess what? I can guarantee you, you're not getting your worth. You're not getting paid what you're really worth. So I encourage you to take assessment of that. And that's one way to increase your income. Switch jobs, especially if there's no pension, if there's no retirement plan. If you have a 401k, you can roll that over. You can take that with you. You're not gonna lose anything. So I think that wraps up saving. So pay yourself first. Do it consistently, even if you have to start with $10. Once you get in the habit, right? And as you free up your debt and as your income increase, you will increase your savings.
By the way, I stayed in that job just for my retirement plan.
What happened with your retirement, Ricardo? Did you get it? I hope you got it.
Of course, I got it, and then that's why I stayed in that job for that long. But now they don't give retirement plan anymore in the elite job.
Okay, so that's good. So you had it. So good for you. Okay, good. So hey, Ricardo was blessed enough to have a retirement plan from his company. Well, we know that retirement plans are something of old. So, so un petit peu pour en créole.
Ah, moi, réellement, c'est un plaisir pour nous, moi avec Daniella, pour nous servir. À n'importe quel moment où tu as besoin, nous, vous doit aller, nous. Le mot PAM, c'est 347 866 3654.
I guess I have to give my number, right? We can't just give his people
It's my
his
business
number.
anyway.
Oh, that's your business number. Okay, yes. Find me on Facebook and Instagram. So the third thing we want to talk, right? So we talk about debt management, savings, and of course, when you are over the hump, right? That you managing your debt, you have that saving. Again, it's saving. It's not a growing, right? You're not growing your money. It's just saving. Because the average interest you're getting in a savings account, what is it?
Zero,
Like
zero
0.1%,
0.0,
1%, maybe 2%, maybe some online. Banking may give you 3, and that's very. So you'll need a way to increase, right? So once you get over your debt management, you want to manage your debt, and you have the surplus, and you are saving. So you'll need to look into ways of investing, right? Again, top 1% up to top 5% of those who are millionaires, they don't do it by just saving. No, you will not get rich by saving your money. So you need to find ways to invest your money.
Pour préciser, nous pas dire comme ça que le nom du saving, c'est pas travail à la banque mettre l'argent pour avoir 0.99 ou 0.59% on it. Saving, c'est investment, vous supposez faire. C'est voilà la banque, si vous avez comme la banque, vous mettez la banque, ou quand quitter ton compte pour si toutefois cas ou besoin de ranger, ou besoin de ranger machine. Mais là, on parle de saving, c'est investment, comment pour investir sans pour autant que pour pas aucun problème. Correct?
Yes, so l'offre ou gérer dette ou save et nous dire même si vous gérer même si son 5 $, parce que vous besoin créer et habitude. Même si c'est 5 $, vous mettez chaque semaine $10 et là vous venez sortir dans dette, qu'on y a là ou un surplus capable increase saving. Pas vrai? Qu'on y a l'offre ou gain un surplus ou gain saving qu'on y a là ou chercher une façon pour capable investir parce que d'après études qui fait si c'est juste serrer comme ou pas réellement bien ça nous les American freedom now. Okay, so if you wanna be free, you have to learn how to invest. You have to know how to grow your money, right? Money is a currency, so it's not supposed to stay in your saving. It needs to be working for you. Again, we know those who acquire wealth, who become wealthy, know the rules of money. They know how to make money work for them. Do you know how to make your money work for you? Again, it is a currency. It needs to be moving, right? The current, right? So it cannot stay in one place. And saving is just keep it safe in the bank, right? It's not growing. It's not a growing account or growing plan. It's a savings plan. So there are different ways that you can invest, right? Depends on your age, of course. Some people think okay, I'm 50, I'm 60, I'm gonna start investing. No, you need to be diligent. You need to know what you're getting into. Again, always seek the advice of a professional, right? So some people invest in stocks. Again, we know stocks, right, are affected by things, people, right? What's going on across the pond, who's saying what, right? So, did you invest in Dogecoin? Bitcoin?
No, I don't.
Okay, so
I know how to save my money.
yeah. Oh,
I
you know how to
preserve. No,
you need,
preserve my
oh, you
money.
preserve.
My money.
Okay, you preserve your money. Yeah, we are in the wealth preservation industry, right? We show people how to preserve. So he's not a gambler. He doesn't like to gamble his money. Some people do stocks. Some people do okay, but when we look at overall, are they really doing? Okay, some people say they do okay with stocks. I have some with Fidelity. It's like I scratch my head every time I look at it because it's not doing well.
But there is a way that I would suggest people to do it. Let's say that I got $10,000. I'm gonna put $8,000 on a safe keeping account, and I'm gonna gamble with 2,000. So therefore, whatever happened, I'm not going to lose my whole $10,000. And I think that is the best way to explain it to you.
Yeah.
You can gamble, but don't go, too much on your account. Listen, not even 50-50.
Not even.
No.
So,
no, not even 50.
So it's a matter of diversification, right? So having a diversified portfolio is key. When you are at that point where, you can invest. You may have some in stocks, bonds, right? It's issued by the government. And so some have mutual funds, real estate. A lot of people, they are banking on, real estate. So when it's a great investment, right? Yeah, it's a great way to, build wealth and pass on generational, legacy, right? Having a balanced portfolio. Don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Otherwise, you're gonna have one big scrambled eggs. One big omelet, right? So you don't want that. Cannot put all of your eggs in one basket. Have it diversified. Again, based on your situation, your age, your income, it will dictate how diversified, where to put what, right? Real estate, crypto. I did put some money in crypto. My advice to everybody, do not put any money that you can't afford to lose, right? A lot of us know about Novatech. I'm sorry. I tell everybody, if you put in $1,000, know that if you lose that 1,000, you're not gonna cry. Don't come to me and tell me, okay, I made you lose your money. No, don't put any more money don't put your rent money, don't put your car money into crypto because there is no guarantee, right? It is a chance, it is gambling. You are literally gambling your money. I did foreign exchange. That was gambling because, unless very few, only the top 1% of those in foreign exchange really learned about the market, learn the ins and out, when to go in, when to get out. It's like I got attached to my trades, yes, and I lost a lot of money in foreign exchange, right? So a lot of times people are coming, oh, I can make you. No, I do not want to touch foreign exchange with a 10-foot pole. Do not come and tell me you can make me money. I don't care, right? So, but those who still say they're making money,
more power to them.
More power to them. So again, having a balanced, portfolio. Know your risk versus, your return. Some of us, we only think that we're gonna gain, but no. Again, the market, a lot of those things are in the market, and they are dictated by people, things, right?
You said something about age. You've been saying age, but I want to elaborate on age.
Is it because you age?
No, at my age. No.
I'm offending you because
no. At my age, I don't want to gamble my money. That's what I'm saying. If you 18, 20, you lose 10,000. It's not going to affect you because another 10 more years, you will be probably 38. You still can work and make money. But when you reach 50 and 60 or 70, you don't gamble your money. I don't gamble my money.
And that's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. So, with our clients, when we sit down, yes, age is a big factor in wealth building, because someone who is 20, right, versus someone who has 45, who's 45 and 50, you don't have much time to catch up. Guess what? I met a gentleman who bought a condo prior to 2008, and we know what happened in 2008. Guess what? So I figured, oh, yeah, his value has come up. He said, no, his value has not come up since 2008. So when we talk about age, so the way a 20-year-old can go into the market, that's not the way a 45, a 50-year-old should look at the market. Because when you are 45, if you want to retire at the government stated age 62 or 65, you don't have much time to catch up. 20, 30, you have a little bit of room to catch up. So when we sit down with someone who is near retirement, we teach you now how not to gamble your money. We really want to show you, we really want to put you in the mindset of preserving what you have. Again, COVID, like 2008, it's statistic, you can go online and look. The average American lost about 35 or 40% of their 401k in 2008. Some of them have not recouped. So if you are 45 and another 2008 happens, can you afford that? If everything you have is in the market. So yes, when you reach a certain age, you shouldn't be out in the open and leave everything to the market. So that's why I keep saying age. When you reach 45, 50, you need to be focusing on preserving your assets, not gambling. So does that make sense? I didn't mean to offend you, Ricardo.
I'm 18 and a half, so you're not going to offend me.
Okay, good. I didn't mean to offend you.
I'm 18 and a half, so I'm still young.
Yes, so that's why. So people think, okay, hey, I have my 401k, I have my stocks. What guarantees do you have? Because when you reach that age, you need to be in the mindset, okay, I need certain money, I need certain guarantees for the next 10, 15 years, right? So being in the market, if everything you have is in the market, right? And when we look at those accounts, IRAs, 401k, right? Those are invariable accounts. So they're like roller coasters, right? They may go down, but there is no saying when and if they're gonna go back up. Right?
Even though they go back, they don't
but
go
you
back
never
at the peak.
Yes.
There's sometimes
exactly. Yeah, you can say, oh yeah, I know bear market, bull market, I watch the market. So we really want people to have a diversified portfolio, be in the mindset of preserving your assets and not gambling your assets, because time horizon, right, is the length of time an investor plans to hold an investment and expecting, right, a specific return. Some people can be aggressive if you are young, but if you are nearing retirement age, you have to be a conservative.
Yeah.
Right? You have to be moderate and conservative. So time is crucial. So if you're at 20, 30, you're not playing the market, go right. You have another maybe 15, 20 years to catch up. But if you are 40, 45, 50, you need to be cautious where your assets are at. Is everything, and sometimes people say, oh yeah, I am diversified. So they are in 401k, they are in, IRAs, mutual funds, 403b, TSPs. Those are under the same category. They are all variable accounts. You have no guarantee on them, and you do not control them. And I think last week we mentioned the American dream is leverage and control. Okay, what do you control right now? Are you able to control your income? Are you able to control your investments? So again, the American dream is leverage and control, because guess what? Those who are in control, they make rules to govern over those who are not in control. And of course, they leverage our time, our money to build wealth. So it is time that we learn how to leverage other people's time, other people's money, right, to build the wealth. If you are the only one working, if you only have one job, if you are a W-2 employee, you are paying too much taxes, right? So find ways to reduce your tax liabilities, because we often get upset at those who pay very little taxes. It's because they know the game, right? We don't know the game of money. Learn about the game of life, the game of money, then you will win, and you will know how to reduce your tax liabilities.
By the way, if you have a 25 years old daughter or a son, tell them to call us. We'll tell them how to leverage their money, to preserve their money, and then to invest. When they reach 45, 50, they will not have to be worried about the next paycheck.
Okay, so you heard Ricardo. So, hey, and a lot of times, we as parents or the elders, we get the information and we don't pass it on, right? Financial literacy and legacy building is not only when you have tangible knowledge-based property, intellectual property, right? Knowledge is intellectual property. You can pass that on to your kids, teach them, right? Teach the next generation how to deal with money, learn about money, because hey, yes, we saying money. A lot of people say money is not everything, but guess what? It's right next to oxygen. So yeah, we need money, and money makes the world go round. So we need money. We need to know how to work, how to make our money work for us instead of working for our money, right? So when it comes to investing, what kind of interest are you getting? Are you getting compounded interest, or are you getting simple interest? So it is important to know what is the return on your money. Know about market analysis. Again, know what you're getting into. What is the expected return? Monitor your investments, right? And cost and fees. A lot of times we hire other people to manage our money, but we never know how much they're charging us. So be in the know about what the costs are, because that can really eat up into your money. So we are coming to an end for today. Today is our second week. We talked about debt management, how you need to get a handle on your expenses, on your debt. If you are drowning, find a way to get out of it. If you are looking to live a better life in 2024, if you want to make 2024 your breakout year, you cannot do the same things and expect a different result. So you have to change your behavior. You have to do things differently. And if that means seeking out the help of, the counsel of someone, debt management, debt counseling, again, there are agencies that are out there to help you. There are individuals who are licensed like ourselves. We are licensed to help individuals, and we can help in all 50 states, including Canada and Puerto Rico. So you have no excuse. Wherever you're at, right, in North America, you can reach out to us. Savings, learn to pay yourself first. If you're in a position that you cannot do the 10%, if it's $20, $30, doing it consistently, get in the habit, right? We know that when you have a lot of things that dictate our lifestyle or our destination is habits. So get into a habit of doing a good thing, not only bad things. Bad habits are not always bad. Good habits. Develop good habits with your money. Have a budget plan. Have a plan to get out of debt, right? And once you get out of debt, you're saving, then you can go into investing. So I really hope that, I think I delivered, a lot of value. So I really hope that you guys were taking notes. So I encourage you every week when we come, expect for us to give you some gems. So I'm sure a lot of gems were dropped. I hope you caught some of them, right? Because some things cannot be taught, you have to catch it, right? So I hope you caught 1 or 2 gems. So keep a notebook, because if you have questions, you can comment, you can reach out to us. But if we're just talking and you don't take any notes, then it's really hard for you to really capture the information. So get you a notebook just for those information, be able to review it and compare where you at. So any last word, Ricardo?
Non, moi, remercie tout le monde qui tape sur nous et que nous avons l'impression que nous prenons note, comme Daniella a dit, et que nous voyons next week.
So, again, review your note. Thank you for those who are live with us. We appreciate your time, and we're looking forward to bring you some more. Please follow us, share this with someone who do not know that we are in existence. So share this, like it, subscribe. That's how you are helping us be able to share the information with some more people, because this is much needed in our community. So again, we have nothing to sell you, but everything to share with you. So we'll come every week to share information with you, but it's up to you to apply it, because knowledge, if you don't apply it, then it becomes null. So thank you. See you next week.
Thank you. See you next